don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the first video of this channel where we will be talking about one of the best series I have ever seen, which is Invincible. Now, initially I thought that this show would be some kind of kid show where we see with Marvel and DC where they have their Batmans, they have their Iron Mans, and then Captain America. But the first episode that I watched absolutely blew my mind away. Like, this show is literally the best comic book show out there right now. Invincible follows the story of Mark Grayson, just your average casual high school guy who is literally just living life as it goes on. But he's the son of the most powerful superhero within the Invincible world. Mark's father is none other than Omni-Man. Now, Omni-Man is a Viltrumite. He is similar to how Superman is in the DC world, where he comes out from another world and he enters Earth as a protector. And Omni-Man is pretty much the strongest hero within the Invincible world. And I have to say, that mustache that he has is pretty fucking badass. So, the story follows on with Mark. Now, Mark is kind of learning how to use his powers. One day he just throws a bag of trash and it just launches all the way up into the night sky, and he tells his father that his powers of being a Viltrumite is now beginning to unlock. And Omni-Man, hearing this, is kind of reluctant, but he still teaches Mark on how to be a good Viltrumite superhero. We then follow the escapades of Mark as his superhero persona, Invincible, just being a badass superhero and helping as many people as he can. The reason why Invincible is such a great show is because of the narrative that it has going forward as the story is progressing. So the narrative that makes Invincible a little bit more different from your casual DC or Marvel storylines is that it has a very strong father and son narrative. The basis of the Invincible storyline is very, very refreshing. As we can see, heroes can become villains and villains can become heroes. And we see that in the Invincible storyline is fully able to adapt the story to make it its own kind of being. Straying away from that narrative of DC and Marvel comics, I believe that this Invincible storyline is a far superior story than Marvel or DC has ever created. Also, the Invincible series has a pretty star-studded cast, as we have J.K. Simmons, the legendary J.K. Simmons from Spider-Man, playing Omni-Man himself. We even have Steven Yeun, the guy from Walking Dead, playing Mark Grayson. And we have people like Sandra Oh and Seth Rogen also in the show, and they also play a very integral part within the story. Now, these actors literally give it their all within this series to create such compassionate characters of who they voice, and it is awesome how they could just bring out a character within themselves and create a superhero, and it just fits in perfectly with how they voice act within the first season of Invincible. Season 1 of Invincible has been phenomenal, and I cannot recommend a better series for you guys to watch right now on Amazon Prime than Invincible. It's been such an awesome show that seasons 2 and 3 have already been confirmed to be in the process of being made, and I cannot wait to see what this series has in store. I reckon in the future this story is going to be far greater than anything that both Marvel and DC have created. The Invincible verse is much more interesting and much more diverse with characters, with the storyline, and with plot points. And I think that this is probably the greatest comic in my opinion. For those of you who have tuned in for this video, thank you very much for watching. And make sure you help out your boy and hit that subscribe button. I will have a lot more content coming on to this channel, and it will be both comic book related and anime and manga related. So make sure you help out your boy and subscribe. Thank you.